welcome back to New Perspective. I'm Jaheim. This summer, this Tony, and y'all know what it is. We're gonna be talking about real life topics with an entertaining twist. Let's go.
But you know what I'm saying, Met Gala, cats. What's going on with that?
all right. I'll stop bullshitting. Nah, but real talk. I know niggas seen the Met Gala shit. That shit was crazy, right?
All them cats.
On my mama. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But
it's crazy because I love my cats. They need to stop playing with them.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
This nigga just
meowed.
meowed.
Like
niggas is meowing in the back.
Meow in the back.
So, alright, niggas gotta stop staring at me.
That was weird.
I know, you feel me?
I love cats. They need to stop playing with them.
So, since you are a cat owner, what can you tell us about these cats, bro?
My cats are great.
These devil worshipping ass cats.
Okay, you gonna stop?
Nah, these cats is doing too much.
No. Because guess what? When they got rid of all them cats back then, guess what they got? Bubonic plague.
Niggas. Wait, the bubonic plague killed the cats?
Back then, okay, so witchcraft was a thing, right? And they associated witches with cats. So they was like, kill all cats, kill all witches. But when they got rid of a lot of the cats, it increased the rat population, and then the rat poop is what made the Black Plague and why people kept dying.
Okay.
Yeah, so they got their karma. So stop fucking with these cats.
Okay.
They made the song Ring Around the
Rosy. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of lullabies are actually...
I don't know if niggas really do that, though, but that is about the plague.
Yeah, I remember they taught us that in school and shit.
It's a lot of nursery rhymes with their communities, though. But go ahead, say what you're saying.
Nah, I feel that. But what I was going to say, like, it ain't even just the cats that the Met Gala was blowing me, though. It's just like, I know everybody peeped this. Them shits be crazy as hell. Like, this shit be reckless. Like, what the hell is going on up there?
I think it's like a party.
I ain't never seen a black silver surfer in a Speedo.
Like, think about that, bro. These is the niggas that, like, people be looking up to. Like, people, like, idolize celebrities. And they out here rocking like that. They still idolize them. They throw them on the Instagram shits. Like, bro, all them little outfits, them crazy shits went viral. But you know what it really remind me of? Like, every futuristic, like, end of the world movie, it's always, that's how they dress. That's how
like Hunger Games.
Like, crazy as it. You feel me? Like,
the aftermath of the apocalypse.
You feel me? Every single one of those movies, like Hunger Games, like you just said, everybody that's rich dressed outlandish.
Yeah, I heard somebody bring that up too, and I was like, damn, that makes sense.
That's like, it really just connects.
They be bored.
That's what I'm saying. What type of shit are these niggas trying to push? Like, what do you think is the point?
I don't think they're trying to push nothing. I feel like that is really just for one, clout. Like, if you're losing clout and you show up with a fire fit, you know, you get more
just attention.
Yeah. And then I feel like it's mostly just dressed up for celebrities. Like, they be bored with their life and they need something to do.
Do you think it's like, even if they pull up, and because you said a fire fit, because I ain't gonna lie, in my opinion, some of the fish at the Met Gala was cold as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was hard. But then you think some of them like dressed up in a weird, like, crazy,
damn near demonic, like the shit just be wild.
Some weird shit on the weird outfit just because, like, damn, attention. My career is falling off. Let me put some eyes on me.
I honestly don't think it's them. It might be. They might be a little sick in the head, but if their label literally controls them and they have no choice, they either have to do it or they fall, and they fall down hard, like broke type, they're gonna do it. And a lot of the time, like, in that celebrity world, it's its own little, like, cult per se. Sure. So you gotta do things their way. So if they tell you, you gotta do this, this, and that, you gotta do this, this, and that, or you're not gonna make it in that thing. Like Doja Cat going bald, doing them crazy posts, like her body being shown off. I feel like that's more of a like an embarrassment thing.
You know what it is though?
No, you good. You bringing up Doja Cat? So I'm gonna just ask you this: how do you feel about her outfit at the Met Gala? Her morphing her face in to look like a cat.
I just find that weird.
And the only reason why we gotta talk about them damn cats, because it's like, then you have another dude that comes in a furry costume, realistic cat. Like, what is the point? Like, I've always been somebody that just thought about everything deeper. Like, I'm thinking, like, yeah, some people may look at it, oh, they're just weird, they celebrities, that's just what they do. But it's like, what's the message behind this shit? Because a lot of them you'll hear.
So you feel like you look at things like everything somebody do is with the.
You feel me? I feel like there's always a reason behind this because it's like they know how many eyes is on this, you know. And then you see the purpose with social media.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what they really gonna do with cats besides taint the image? Because a cat is a cat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not specifically the cats, but like just deeper into all of it. You feel me? Because people call it Holly weird. Like it's a bunch of weird shit going on in Hollywood, and it's like. How do y'all feel about people that say there's just a message being pushed? You don't think there's a message being pushed? Because I personally do believe. Like, I feel like there's something underlying that they're trying to get out to people.
Yeah, but honestly, how you gonna know unless you in it? Because what are you going to apply with cats? Because all that was applied to cats in the past was either royalty or hatred towards it. So you can't. There's really no in between of cats. Yeah. You get one or the other. Yeah. And right now, from the way that they're like doing that image, it looks more like on the bad side, but they're using it for their bad self. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what you saying, like all that applies with cats with royalty and hatred of it. The royalty I understand because of ancient Egypt, but where do you think like the hatred for cats came from?
I just told you. Back in the past when the witches were famous, like when they hated witches and they was killing witches, like. Oh, if she survived this, she a witch. If she don't, then she not. Like,
I feel like, man, a little deeper than the cats. It's like just that in general. But it's like a lot of times in history of like music and just pop culture in general, you'll see like documentaries or like conspiracy theories, people will call them, where it's like you'll see certain songs and subliminal like messages that are being pushed through these songs. And I feel like now, more than ever, it's less of like subliminal messages, and they kind of just throw it in your face. Like they'll straight out say like, "Hey, we worshiping the devil. This is what's going on." Or like they'll straight up say like, "Look at the stage. It's like it's a big ass fiery pit. They'll have demons on the stage." In
that specific religion, you can call it. Part of their rules are you have to let them know what you're doing, or karma will come back and bite you in the ass. Mm-hmm. So pretty much they have to.
You look at it like. What is it, Satanism as just a religion?
It's a religion.
Or do you feel like, yeah, it definitely is a religion, but do you feel like they're trying to push this type of thing onto more people? Just because when you think of it, it's like, yes, Christianity is like that, but it's never been as popular as Satanism.
Yes, it has. Christianity has been pushed for so long, and it's the most made fun of religion.
Think about the internet, though. Has it, in any pop culture, in anything, has it ever been the number one thing?
My nigga, they used to go around handing out pamphlets.
Yeah, handing out pamphlets, but how many things are those pamphlets? How many
people took it seriously?
Yeah, how many people are gonna really be reached and touched by those pamphlets compared to somebody doing a performance on the BET stage that resembles hell, or somebody dropping a number one hit?
I get you. Yeah, music definitely hits your soul deeper. Yeah. But at the same time, they also do Christian music. Like, there's songs that you wouldn't even know. Yeah, I listened to a song the other day, and I just realized it was a Christian song.
Name, if anybody, this is lowball hard. Can anyone name me the last song that charted, like literally was legit viral?
Oh, in this day and age, in this day and age, no. But you know the song.
When was the last time?
Franklin Revolution.
When was that? When was that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's an older song.
Yeah.
Like, the song
it's an older religion.
But it blew up. Like, if you think about it, you know how many people spun off of, like, remixed it with that song, with that beat, that sample of that. So, it's Christian music that has blew up. But, like, even what you guys
But do you think it competes anywhere near in popularity compared to what's really...
But you can't say that because it was popular back then. When Christianity was popular back then. Now what's popular today, because what's being pushed, is Satanism.
And that's my point. And that's my whole thing. That like that's what I really wanted to get into. Like, why do you think that is that? Like, why do you think that the agenda is to push that?
Because out here in the United States, everybody's so segregated. So you're either an atheist or a Christian. The only other religion that is taken seriously is like Muslim and Jewish. So they take theirs seriously, but Christianity is made fun of, and we're more known for Christianity because that's just how it is out here. But because it's such a like polluted religion as well, because a lot of what they say don't be the truth and it be contradicting. They just threw they just threw, how do you say it? Satanism. They threw that out there.
That might not even be the word.
I'm saying they just threw it out there because it was accessible and easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been pushed for a while, but so now today...
you don't think it's a deeper meaning behind it?
Deeper meaning for pushing Satanism?
Yeah, I feel like...
Well, I mean, to get followers.
Outside of followers, but like, think about everything that is being presented to us. Like, can't really mention that. I feel like it comes with a lot more negativity than something else. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, you can say Christianity is like, it comes with some contradictions, it comes with this. But in general, the point of the religion is more so positivity. But when you...
Debatable.
There's case-to-case situations, I feel like, where it's more so on the specific person or specific icon in that religion.
I feel like the only good you can get from the Christian Bible are certain morals.
I feel like the entire Bible is just stories that are just examples of morals. Like, I don't think there's any specific thing in there that says anything negative. Like, I think everything is more so pushing love and
it's
good
not really, no, because there is a story in the Bible where like 40-something children made fun of this one bald man and they all got mauled by a bear, which I guess is teaching the lesson of don't make fun of somebody, but at the same time it's a harsh lesson. And then there's also other stories talking about, there's other stories in kids' Bibles, because my brother had one where pretty much somebody said that God sent him and the guy didn't listen, and so God pretty much sent down blood rain. He killed all of their cattle.
Story. What story is that?
I don't even know.
Just like with what you said, has anyone seen the Disney movie Prince of Egypt?
No.
Okay, so with the Prince of Egypt, it has the character Moses and the Pharaoh. We're just gonna say Pharaoh Ramses, I want to say, of the Egypt time. So, as you know, back then in ancient Egypt, there was slavery of the Hebrews, correct, of the Jewish people. As you know, it's depicted in the Bible that Jesus was Jewish. We all know that we are not going to sugarcoat that. So within the movie, states Moses finds the burning bush. I'm sure you've all heard of the burning bush. So he finds the burning bush. The burning bush talks to him, and it tells him like, "Oh, hi, my name is I'm Gabriel. I'm an angel of God. He wants you to put forth his work in letting his people that are under the slaviship of the Pharaoh. He wants them to be released. Like, he wants them to be free."
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Moses went to the Pharaoh, and was like, "Hey." Basically, he went up to him like, "Hey, what's up?" Because it's like a backstory behind it too. Because Moses he was brought up with the Pharaoh, and then he's the Prince of Egypt because with him being brought up, back then Egypt, they had you could only have a certain number of kids, like one boy, one girl, right? So Moses' mom had another kid, which was Moses. He was a baby. They cast him off in a river. So because they were gonna kill the kid anyway, they figured if we let him flow with the water, the Lord would take him somewhere safe. He was able to grow up with the Pharaoh. So boom, it was 2 kids. They became the princes of Egypt. One was the actual Prince of Egypt looked up to his father. Moses did as well, but Moses was like a goofy one within it. So basically, it's really it's a good movie, but it says with the whole thing, y'all said the blood rain and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm gonna just cut to the point. Moses came up to the Pharaoh. Good, yeah?
Yeah, you start good.
You need it?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. We just talking about God. You started rubbing the knee. I thought you had a spiritual awakening. My bad.
Nah, you good. Go ahead.
But no bullshit. So basically, Moses went to the Pharaoh and was like, "Let my people go." The Pharaoh said no. With that being said, he had to deal with the wrath of God.
Yeah.
Which therefore, Moses told his disciples, his followers, to put the blood of lamb over the top of their door.
Yeah.
God basically would come in and kill their oldest son.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
On God it is. When I first seen it, I'm like,
yeah.
God doing shit like this? Alright, let me not fuck with him. So, yeah, he did that. The Pharaoh didn't know. It took the Pharaoh to lose his only son. But it also shows up leprosy, toads coming out the water and all that, hellfire.
Yeah, no, that's a story.
Just the mass destruction of Egypt.
Yeah.
The wrath of God.
Yeah.
Because, you feel me?
Yeah.
So shit like that, goes with the whole rain, acid,
Yeah.
rain and shit.
Yeah, no, that's the same story. That's all one story. But I didn't want to really get too deep into the Bible. I'm not like I'm not gonna act like I'm like an avid reader of the Bible and I know everything in there.
You don't even have to.
Yeah, but the one thing I'll say, this is
put it like this. I'm not either.
Yeah, and any time I've ever questioned any, like, you know, the religion and everything, because that's just what I was brought up in. And as you get older, you obviously have questions on your own. One thing my mom would always tell me is like, what in there is negative? Like, what is literally like, what are they telling you to do to the next person that's negative? What lesson are they teaching that is negative? You feel me? Is there anything you could bring up where you could say it will give you a negative personality trait?
It's not even that. It's the fact of how vague it is, because people took so much stuff from the Bible and interpreted it wrong. Yeah. So like they're like, oh, being gay is a sin, and started killing gay people because of that. Yeah. So it's not the fact that it states anything negative, but Bible, it's too vague.
No, it's not. That's not really. Yeah, the Bible says there's two separate things. There's three separate things. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt not kill. Mm-hmm. It states in the Bible no one can judge but God Himself, mm-hmm. and you're supposed to love thy neighbor, which means love all people. So there's nowhere in the Bible does it say you should kill someone for this. That's only people's personal. That's personal decisions at that point.
They took that interpretation, and that's something they did.
You got to think about it. There's a lot of things in the Bible that is a sin. Stealing's a sin. Lying's a sin. Thinking impure thoughts are sins. How many people are getting killed for stealing, lying, and thinking impure thoughts? Those are just those people that decided to kill those people for that specific sin. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
They decided to move on that.
You know. Action. And those are sick people at the end of the day. So every situation will create negative people and will create sick people at the end of the day that'll take it to the extreme. But my whole thing, what I was always taught is like, bro, there's nothing that crazy. No one's telling you to go kill anybody about this. You don't got to fight with nobody about this. It literally says, love thy neighbor, which means love all people. You feel me? Respect people. It's pretty simple. You know, it's simple stuff when it comes to it. You know, I feel like it's just more of a guide of just being morally good, you feel me, in the eyes of the religion.
Yeah, and then there's just a bunch of little baby get nice stories in there that people take to heart for real. Yeah. So that's the other thing. So, but a lot of the Bibles were written by King James, so the entire point of the Bible was to control people to some certain extent. So at some point, I haven't read every Bible, and there's a lot of Bibles that are written differently, and that's the biggest flaw in Christianity. They all can't have the same wording and stuff in there. So the other Bibles that you most likely have not read could have said something for these people to interpret that gay people were bad.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think their thing is more so unnatural, not of God. So a lot of things they will say is not of God. Mm-hmm. But no one ever says be against that. Just don't fall in line with that. Which I feel like isn't the worst message.
People
will interpret it as
people
that.
Take not being against something that isn't of God.
Is that the fault of the religion, or is that the fault of how people took it or interpreted the word?
What other religion do you see people?
Well, then we could look that in the comparison we're making. Satanism. Now, Satanism, we have.
But they're all in line together.
But think about it. Think about what they do. They have rituals. Mm-hmm. They have sacrificial rituals where they kill people. There's people that drink blood. There's people that are into witchcraft. These are real negative things that they're pushing.
Don't they drink the blood of Jesus in church?
A little wine.
I know it's called
and cranberry juice.
But it represents.
No, they literally drink blood. Satanism. They literally will drink blood.
But I'm still telling you that the wine represents blood.
But the blood is
and the blood crackers represents skin.
But the blood of
which is cannibalism.
The blood of Jesus has a different meaning to it. It's more so of protection. That's how I always think of it.
So why would you drink it?
Because it's protection. It's like it's.
So then, what if they drink
it? It's supposed to be a good thing.
What do people for satanic reasons drink the blood for?
For other reasons, I'm not into Satanism, but I know it is a fact that they have rituals, they have sacrifices, and they do.
Praying isn't a ritual.
It's a ritual in a sense, but what is negative about praying? Praying is the same thing as manifesting. I have an idea of God that I came up with, where I'm more so feel like God is not the creator of the universe, but is the universe. So in the sense of like we say, the universe is energy. You feel me? And the energy has laws to it, like karma. You know, what comes up must come. Like all the laws that the universe may have, and I feel like God is that. So
you still don't know though.
As long as you respect the laws, good things will happen. So
you
that's
still don't know though.
What I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah. I don't know for sure, but I feel like that's an idea I can live with. That doesn't sound bad.
Satanism as well. Their idea is as long as I tell you, nothing bad gonna happen, and typically they are correct.
As far as what? What are they correct?
Nothing bad happens to them. They get money.
You think
and they leave it for generational wealth. You know the people that started big companies, done some shiesty shit. Yeah. And then they keep it generational.
But you think that don't come with nothing? You think they just live dandy after that? They just get money and it's all life. It's
if
all
they
good.
let you know, you're not lying. You put it in their face. No, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
You don't think so?
No, because
look at the celebrities. Look at the celebrities that are in these cycles. You think they're okay? Look at Justin Bieber and how early on he started with his.
But what does that have to do with Satanism? That destroyed his childhood. Same as Michael Jackson. You think he was
sick? You feel me?
Mentally ill, yes, but that doesn't mean Satanism.
I just feel like I connect a lot of that stuff together because I feel like it all kind of goes together when it goes to like just what they're pushing.
That's unfair to do. Because celebrities that start off as children, they're mentally stunned, which means they weren't fully capable of being a child. They had to grow into full adults.
But there's even real adults that go through real like trials and tribulations after their success. They'll just crash out.
Because being in that type of stress, this is why I don't want to be famous or nothing. Because having to live that lifestyle where you're more scared than anything of people coming up killing you, people coming up robbing you, you get scared. So you live in a scared state of mind all the time, and that does something to you. And then also the actors and actresses, that takes a toll on you as well. You're acting like somebody you're not for like months and months to years. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain characters that they play that be like serial killers and stuff. That'll do something to you.
That was a really interesting take. That Satanism isn't bad necessarily. You feel like only good comes from it.
I didn't say only good comes from it, because like something bad has to happen to somebody for something good to happen for them. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. They're just using the laws of the universe to their advantage. So I mean, people don't like that because something bad has to happen to somebody else, but that's just life, period. Something bad has to happen for something good else to happen. That's the balance. Somebody out here is getting beat up while somebody out here just got a car for their birthday. It has to match. It has to balance. So, I mean, you could say it's bad, but if you also want to talk about the laws of the universe and good and bad, really it depends.
They go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand.
So you can agree that it's bad. You feel me?
Good and bad is subjective.
She had a point. Because as you said, hand in hand, people who believe in God, they can't say, "Oh, I believe in God, but I don't believe in God."
Yeah, you can't. You have to.
It's hand in hand. Yeah. There's always gonna be.
It's more so about who you worship.
Some force of good to balance out the forces of evil that are.
And that's what I was gonna get into more. The balance.
Good and bad is subjective upon people.
Yeah, okay. It's not really subjective.
Yes, it is.
You know what's good and what's bad.
No.
You don't?
Because there's people out there who's saying, I'm killing this person in the name of Jesus. This is a good thing.
That's okay.
That's
obviously wrong.
It's wrong. Your opinion.
In my opinion, killing someone. Yeah.
Yes. That's your opinion, because in their heart and mind, they genuinely believe it's the right thing to do.
Think about it like
this. Which makes it good for them. You don't think it's good.
Nah.
They think it's good.
They think it's good, but it's a fact. Like, you can't kill someone and think it's right. Think about it like this.
You can, because they did.
Someone kills a family member of yours. Mm-hmm. Now you have a hatred for that person.
Because I didn't want them gone.
Exactly. Now you have a hatred for that person. To you, it is a good thing if I go kill this man. But that is, in the eyes of everyone else, it's not a good thing, because still taking another life, regardless of the reason, is still wrong. There's wrong and right.
It's not. Because if somebody rapes you, you're definitely gonna want them dead. Yeah. If somebody killed your family member, you're definitely gonna want them dead. Bad counteracts bad. But I'm saying, at the same time, at the end of the day, you can't shit on somebody's right and wrong, because they could have genuinely thought this is the right thing to do.
Okay, so
it's not.
You're saying,
in your opinion,
I feel like that's a fact. You don't think it's a fact that killing someone is wrong?
You're saying right.
Good and bad has been created upon humans. Okay, so like animals in them, they don't know good and bad. They go out and they kill a living thing so they can feed their family.
So,
they don't know good and bad.
They
do what they gotta do to survive.
Yes, anybody.
That person killing that other person, they're doing that so they can survive. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it for a reason. Either if it's to please their mental state so they can survive up here, or it's to save their life because somebody is attacking them.
But then you got to think about it. We're not animals. We're developing.
We are animals.
We are animals,
we're smarter, but we're still animals.
We've evolved to understand
but we still have hunting instincts.
But we've evolved to understand that there is morals out here. That's why we have a consciousness. Animals don't have a consciousness like that.
Morals is a human concept.
Yeah, I was gonna say morals is a human concept. So
exactly,
everybody's morals are not the same.
Exactly, they're all different. Everybody has a different mindset.
So say morally, like universally, morally wise, killing somebody is wrong, right?
Yeah.
But like,
it's a part of life.
No, I'm not gonna say killing someone because she basically just defined that. We're gonna say stealing. Morally, stealing is wrong, right? So if you look, it's like you're on the outside looking in, right? You see somebody stealing. What are you gonna think? Oh, they just stole. They steal to steal, right? But if you think about it, you don't know what they're going through. They could have stole something to feed their family.
Does that make it? Does that make it right though?
Yes.
It does.
No,
but
it doesn't.
Circumstances make it right.
It does, but it doesn't.
It
It does, but it doesn't. I'm gonna say it does, but it doesn't because circumstances does play a part. But even then, if you go to court for a case,
you're still going.
It doesn't matter. The point that I'm trying to make is it is right in their mind, which is why they did it.
That's literally what I just said.
But there you go. Just like you just like you said, in their mind. It's
right. That's my entire point I've been making.
Their mental thought.
But just because you think something, is that reality?
It doesn't. That's their reality. You can't account for everybody's reality, just yours. So that's what I'm saying. People put good and bad on people because they have expectations and boundaries that they don't want people to cross. But at the end of the day, it's always about somebody's right and somebody's wrong. You do what you do for your life. People do what they do for their life. And like I said, it has to balance out. Something bad has to happen for something good to happen. That's why a lot of the time when you go through something shitty, something really good comes up. You have to have that balance. And so people will say it in the Bible all the time. Balance. You can't have this without that, but then shit on the negative. The negative needs to be there for you to get that positive. Exactly. Not everything can be good all the time. And
that's why
so you got to embrace that.
That's why there is negativity in some stories in the
Bible. So I'm saying those people who supply the negativity, you can view them as wrong because that's your boundaries, that's your personal
But
life.
They have to be there, so that makes it good.
They have to be here. They're not.
No,
I
understand.
It doesn't make. I never said good. Like I said, good and bad is subjective, and it's all just a human concept.
So it's interchangeable because they're both needed.
They're both needed. They're both going to be here always and forever. You cannot have one without the other. They're the laws of life. Okay. So if we didn't put a label on them, regardless, they would still be here. But we put good and bad, right and wrong, morals, and just.
So to get into the balance. To get more into the balanced topic more, I feel like these days, y'all might agree with this one. These days, bad or subjectively bad, it's more so pushed out to people. Would y'all agree with that?
Like more things
more negativity is pushed. Like everything, I feel like that's most popular is more negative these days. We talked about this in the episode where when you go online,
a lot of people blow up on
everything off negativity.
Shit like that, off being negative instead of being.
So don't you think like this is where I was saying the pushing of something, pushing of an agenda. So when one becomes more popular than the other and it overtakes, don't you think that's what's the word? That's an offset of the balance. You feel me?
No, because Christianity used to be in lead all the time.
In a way, but at the same time, Christianity wasn't lead, but the people that were pushing it, Europeans, were still out wreaking havoc on the world. Okay, so there was more bad than good.
The point is you're never going to control the laws of the world, okay? So Satanism could start trending.
And that's what I'm saying.
But then a bunch of good stuff.
It's gonna start. I feel like it was definitely already trending. We see that.
Okay.
I feel like it's very clear. It's already trending. But I think that's the point. That's what I wanted to get into. I think that's the point where I feel like they want to get into a point where this side is king and this is what rules. You feel me?
I mean, what do you do about it?
It's a conversation.
Something's going to overrun something else. You know,
then that throws off the balance.
No, because you don't know what's happening in the rest of the world for this to happen here.
I'm be honest. See, with the whole balance thing, It does. The shade room is a good example because I literally was on Instagram today. I was on Instagram today. I seen that the shade room posted that the negativity of the jealous. I want to say jealousy because I don't know how true it is, but I'm gonna just say this. So with the whole thing with Lil Meech and is he with Summer Walker? Somebody. I think it's Summer Walker. They've been hanging out recently, like getting together. Celine, her name was like Selena something. So after pictures of Little Meech and Summer Walker surfaced of them hanging out, like being coupled up. The next day, someone just literally like went on there and was like, "Oh, it's a video." She, not saying her, but a video of her and Lil Meech having intercourse was leaked. So, with that being the positivity of a new couple arising, possibly a new couple that's coming up, that might be a cool couple. But right behind it, you think about it, it was a negative. It's negative. Like, damn. Oh, this new couple, they might be cool, this and that. Boom, right behind it. Oh wait, he cheated on her with whoop whoop whoop. But then you never know the time period of when that happened.
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm saying with the whole.
Those are like little bads. Those are little bads within people's personal life. Those are their own personal goods and bads.
So like you said, it's the personal goods and bads.
Satanism.
You can't say that those are compared to Satanism. You would say that those are little bads, but it depends on how those affect that person.
No, I'm saying those are little bads, as in that's their personal life. What he is stating is Satanism taking over like an entire culture.
Yeah.
Which is
I feel like that's
pretty much
plan,
a bigger group of
But you know what? You made a good point. We know what's going on in the U.S., but we don't know what's going on in the rest of the world.
And one of the biggest cultures that's like taking really seriously, and I actually find it like a great culture, is Muslim. I like it too.
Yeah, I like it too. For sure. I feel like they stand values. For a lot more than, like, there's more values and there's more morals.
There's more respect there, you know? Like, they respect each other.
Yeah. And, you know, I think that's like the most popular in Asia. I think it's everywhere else in the world. It's the most popular religion outside of the U.S.
Christianity is the most made fun of.
But that's the thing. Everyone does, like, I don't think it's Christianity, though. I don't think that's what's pushing us to be, like, last place. I feel like it's the Satanism that is portrayed.
Because if Christianity was strong, Satanism wouldn't have made its way in. Because you don't see no...
Sense.
You don't...
What? There's two sides to it.
You literally just said without good.
There's bad. So there you go. In that culture too, there is a good and bad as well. But I feel like over there they respect the good a lot more than they respect the bad, and that's why it's pushed a little bit more.
But then
obviously we don't.
You gotta think about it. Some reason why some Muslims respect the good out of like the good more than the bad is because of what bad did happen. Like what? Because if you think about it, it was a time where just like after 9/11, most Muslims who were seen as terrorists.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah.
So after the personal actions of somebody else, Muslim. I don't know if they were Muslim or if they're not. But the personal actions of a group of other people messed it up for a whole other religion. Yeah. Because when 9/11 happened, everybody that was Muslim was almost mistaken as a terrorist.
Yeah, Middle Eastern.
Yeah, Middle Eastern, which is the more like most people.
Yeah,
most
I feel like it was more so a race thing rather than a religion.
Yeah, but then again,
Muslim is popular out there.
Yeah,
so, I get what you're saying though.
So there was at the end of the day there was some bad that people had to like change. Like damn, they said this about Middle Eastern people. But then all it took, I'm gonna say this in my opinion, because it took one person for me to look into the religion. So it was like all it took was one person to be like, not everybody who's Muslim is a terrorist. So I was like, you know what, that's a cool saying. Let me look into it. So I looked into it that there is more good within the Muslim religion, but it was undershadowed for a cool little minute because of the acts of the terrorists.
That was an inside job.
Yeah. I feel like
9/11 was an inside job.
In your eyes, you had to learn that. And that's in your American eyes. And that's because America pushed that onto them.
They pushed that
nowhere else in the nowhere else in the
But still,
that's
you gotta
what
think about it.
Yeah.
like I can only speak for what I know
like a
in the US.
state.
Yeah, your words right there, satanic. I feel like here is really satanic, and that's the issue. Like it's more so.
We're the worst.
Exactly in this area, like in the West. That's what they always say. Like the West of the world, it's more so we're like pushing negativity.
They don't even like have to push negativity out there. It's going to happen regardless because the food they feed us is fake. Yeah. The information they give us is fake. Literally everything that surrounds us is fake. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, we're gonna indulge in that.
Look what's pushed though. Violent music, there's more violence. Drug music, there's more drugs. You remember the whole little wave in, 2016 when all those rappers that came out and they were doing all the opioids, we popping Xannies, literally Lil Xan, Lil Peep overdoses.
Because they know that people out here are followers
and now shit. Exactly, now we got kids in middle school. It's like, I remember vividly kids in middle school, 10, 11, 12, popping Xanaxes by the handful a day, 2, 3 a day, like just going crazy. So it's like they'll sit there and take pop culture and they'll push it onto these people. And I feel like that's all a part of a bad agenda.
They continue to weaken us, even today. Mm-hmm. What they're pushing to little kids is all to weaken us as a group, as a whole.
Exactly.
Because they can't do it nowhere else. Because everywhere else takes their religion
I feel like it's an offset of balance.
But that's what I'm saying. Christianity here, offset of balance. No.
You don't think it's an offset of balance?
It can't do that.
This shit is going downhill.
It doesn't.
You don't think this shit is going downhill?
It does. Listen. Okay, listen. Because you think, again, good and bad. Yeah. It's not that at all. It's how it works, how it wants to work, and how it goes. Okay? You may see offset of balance, but it's doing what it do regardless. Yeah. So even if you view over here more negative, it's going to make something over there more positive regardless if you can see it or not. So it doesn't matter what you think or how you view it or if it's an overcome or not.
Look, if we're sitting here going downhill and we're on the negative side, what happens? Yeah, the other side is how
big this planet is.
But I'm saying, if we're agreeing that majority of the negative shit going on is right here at home, mm-hmm. You feel me? That's what it is. And somewhere else, there's good shit going on. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So that's like unbalanced, is it not?
No. Because at the end of the day, it all depends on I'm not even gonna say the human race, but the world as a whole. Mm-hmm. Like you have to think, trees have energy, like all the plants have energy, animals have energy. Like you don't know how it's going right now. So just because humans are directly affected by this doesn't mean the whole world's going to shit.
I'm gonna say this stuff.
Global is, because you got to think about global warming.
I'm gonna say this stuff.
You remember? What happened last? It was like, I think it was. Let me get this. I think it was last year.
The world can and will restart itself, right?
What was it? And that's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to get to. When the balance is finally offset, there needs to be a reset so it can balance again. You feel me? So, like you said, it'll restart itself once we finally done enough negative to just destroy this bitch. And I feel like that's what's going on. We done.
But even positive.
Mm-hmm. Enough positivity can destroy it?
It's not about destroying. It's the offset of balance. And whether it's negative or positive. But it's not even that. I heard something the other day where it was like the poles switch.
Yeah.
So the North Pole becomes the South Pole, and the South Pole becomes the North Pole because they find fossils and shit in other areas and like frozen in Antarctica and shit. So it's like they're like, how did that get there? That doesn't make any sense, right? So again, it has nothing to do with you or the people or what you can your little minuscule little mind could think about. You know nothing. Because I guarantee you it's more broad than what you think.
That's what I've always said. No, I've always said that. Like, you'll never have the information that other people do have.
Your mind... No, I'm saying none of the humans will ever have...
I don't believe that.
Your mind cannot process what the world really is.
You know what I wanted to think of? What I wanted to bring up? I don't know. This might be a little wild. Do you believe in, like, the whole idea that it's about to sound crazy as hell, that there's like evil reptile people that have came and disguised themselves as humans to push this negativity? It's a thing. People have said it because, like you just said, no human mind can like genuinely understand what's going on, the real scope of things. You think it would take something else?
Reptile people.
It don't gotta be specifically reptile people. It's just something else.
But I'm saying, yes, there are probably people that we see as people that aren't really people.
That's what I mean.
You know, they're just something.
That can disguise
There's something foreign, but they are still created by the universe, and the universe does what it do.